Lindsay Lohan seems to be one of those celebrities who just fell from grace and was never really able to climb their way back to the top. She was once one of the hottest celebrities in Hollywood, having started on the Disney Channel, but now she's kind of faded out of the spotlight. The fact that she has angered a lot of people in Hollywood definitely does not help her either, so today let's talk about the celebrities who tried to warn us about Lindsay Lohan. At number 8, Hilary Duff. It was a feud to end all Disney feuds. There's nothing worse than two teen girls fighting over a boy, because you know how messy that can get. This is what happened between Hilary Duff and Lindsay Lohan during their years-long feud over Aaron Carter. Their feud first started in 2001 when Aaron Carter was on the set of Lizzie McGuire. The two met and hit it off, and they started dating for a bit. But Aaron was also dating Lindsay Lohan at the same time. They both had relationships with Aaron for a little over a year, and after they both ended things with him, they both could have just gone their separate ways, but oh no, of course not. Instead, they had a public feud that consisted of both girls crashing each other's film premieres and talking about each other in the media. They antagonized each other for years before deciding that they were too old for their squabbles. Though this wasn't a huge controversial scandal, it was still a big thing for a while to see two Disney darlings at each other's throats like that. They were low-key shady, and all because of a boy. The fact that this feud lasted so long can kind of say a lot about Lindsay and how competitive she is and how she isn't afraid to hold a grudge.
When I heard that Lindsay was going to be on Saturday Night Live, I knew she was going to make fun of me. I wasn't honored. I don't think it's an honor to be made fun of on Saturday Night Live. I'm not here to talk bad about her like she talks bad about me all the time, and I just knew that it was going to happen.
At number 7, Paris Hilton. What happens when two hotshot celebrities get into a confrontation? Things get messy. Because of a confrontation that happened back in the 2000s, Paris Hilton has made her hatred for Lindsay Lohan quite apparent. This all happened after Lindsay was seen hanging around Paris's ex-boyfriend. A couple weeks later, after Lindsay and Paris's ex were seen together, Paris made some pretty crude comments about Lindsay in a video that was seen as pretty cruel because of the nature of her comments. Even years after this whole incident, Paris still wasn't letting up in regards to her hatred towards Lindsay. In 2019, when she was on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, Paris was asked to use 3 words to describe her former friend Lindsay, and in response she described her with the words beyond lame and embarrassing. This whole feud could have warned us about Lindsay because of how she and her former friend got along, but something tells me that there are some behind the scenes details that could change things.
Yeah. That's enough, man. That's enough.
I'm sorry, Lindsay, what'd you say? What? Lindsay, Paris is the what?
Why is Paris a
Alright, Lindsay, why is Paris a
Before we carry on with the video, I want you guys to leave a like on this video if you're enjoying it so far, and while you're at it, consider subscribing to the channel to see more videos like this one. At number 6, Kim Kardashian. Speaking of Paris Hilton and her hatred towards Lindsay Lohan, let's talk about Paris's former assistant Kim K and how she isn't too fond of the former Disney actress either. Now, Kim's hatred towards Lindsay wasn't as apparent as Paris's until 2018 when some comments were made under one of Kim's posts. Kim posted a photo of her wearing braids, and as a result she was called out for cultural appropriation by her fans, as well as Lindsay Lohan, who commented under the post saying, quote, "I'm confused." In response, Kim replied saying, quote, "You know what's confusing? Your sudden foreign accent." End quote. Lindsay spoke out about Kim's comment, saying that as an actress, sometimes she picks up different accents when she plays roles, and she revealed the thoughts behind the confusion regarding Kim's post, saying, quote, "I was just confused by the braids because she just had a baby." Very few people thought that this made any sense, but either way, after this little social media spat, these two celebrities have been at odds. Kim's post could have warned us about Lindsay inserting herself into situations and causing drama unnecessarily. At number 5, Avril Lavigne. Hollywood's Chateau Marmont is one of the hottest spots for celebrities. It is quite common to see celebrities at the Chateau Marmont, and this establishment just so happens to be the place where we learned that Avril Lavigne just isn't a huge fan of Lindsay Lohan. Back in 2010, Avril was at the bar in the Chateau Marmont with a group of friends when she noticed that Lindsay was also in the establishment. Lohan reportedly went over to Avril to say hello, but when she got up to her, Avril just lost it. A witness to the incident cited Avril saying to Lindsay, quote, "Get the hell out of my face, you're fake, you're a loser, I don't like false people, stay away from me and my friends." End quote. Apparently Lindsay tried to yell back, asking Avril not to threaten her, and then later tried to get the Chateau Marmont security to throw her out, but this didn't end up working, and instead Lindsay was the one who ended up leaving the premises. This could have been a warning about some kind of secret feud between Avril and Lindsay. At number 4, The Masked Singer. Now, although this isn't just one celebrity, I had to include the cast and crew of the show The Masked Singer because they have their grievances with Lindsay Lohan, and their disliking towards the actress could have been a warning about how Lindsay acts behind the scenes, as well as her desperation to get a gig make in the entertainment industry. Lindsay was once cast as a judge on the Australian version of The Masked Singer. Apparently though, she wasn't a good judge at all because she never knew who the people behind the mask were, since she wasn't familiar with the Australian celebrities. On top of that, some of the guests who have appeared on the show have spoken out about Lindsay and how she is known to hold up production for hours on end. Lindsay didn't end up lasting very long on the show and was promptly replaced. At number 3, Kate Moss. In the world of Hollywood, competition plays a huge part in the successes and failures of many people's careers. For Kate Moss, her hatred towards Lindsay Lohan had a lot to do with her competition with the actress. Kate was Hollywood's it girl back in the 90s, and about a decade later, Lindsay Lohan came in and overshadowed her. On top of their competition for the spotlight, they also apparently liked the same types of guys, and that also added fuel to the fire. Kate Moss's ex-husband also worked with Lindsay on some music back in the day, which Kate didn't like at all. In 2014, Lindsay moved to London temporarily for work and reportedly hooked up with Kate's ex, which, as you can imagine, didn't go over well. Kate has been known to rant about Lindsay and has some serious hatred for her. Kate's attitude towards Lindsay could have been a warning about how the spotlight can sometimes corrupt people, but that, I guess, could be argued for the both of them. At number 2, Paul Schrader. Paul Schrader is known for having written films such as Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, and First Reformed. He is also known for the 2013 film The Canyons, which became mainstream because of the cinematic debut of adult film star James Dean, and including graphic adult content of his co-star Lindsay Lohan. After wrapping up his work with Lohan, Schrader had spoken out about his grievances with the actor, saying that the experience of working with Lohan left him feeling irritated. He spoke out about how she would constantly fail to fulfill her publicity promises, how even after accommodations were made for the actress, she would still be a no-show, and how she was generally unreliable. He told sources that he hired her when no one else would, but regretted that decision after seeing how little she cared about the production or the people working with her. This certainly could be seen as a warning to other Hollywood executives looking to hire Lindsay in the future. After hearing about Schrader's experience working with the actress, I doubt other people would want to hire Lindsay.
What is she like one-on-one? Because I mean, we always see these stories about Lindsay, you know, falling off the rails, and you know, she's crashed her car, and you know, is she cool like one-on-one?
And finally, at number 1, Grant Bowler. Back in 2012, Lindsay starred in a film titled Liz and Dick, where she portrayed Elizabeth Taylor. The movie was about the scandalous relationship between Liz Taylor and Richard Burton. The film didn't do very well in regards to ratings, as critics said that the film was annoying to watch. But apparently it wasn't just annoying to watch, it was also annoying to film. Grant Bowler, who played Richard Burton in the film, spoke out about the filming process for Liz and Dick, saying, quote, "There were exercises in patience and there were exercises in tolerance," end quote. He said that it was Lindsay's stalling habits and her holding up the production for extended periods of time that caused him the most frustration. Once again, it could be argued that Grant warned us about Lindsay's work habits, which really doesn't make the actress look good in the eyes of Hollywood. Before we wrap things up for today, I want you guys to leave a comment down below telling me what you think of Lindsay Lohan. Are you still a fan of hers, or have you forgotten about her place in Hollywood? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Anyways, that's it for me. I've been your host, Riru, and until next time, stay safe, make good choices, and stay groovy, friends.